giving this speech today. Thank you. It has been a crazy few years. I never would have imagined that I would be giving this speech today. To think that I started here at PPHS, it has been a crazy anti-social goblin. I never would have imagined now giving this speech to such an audience is a crazy and unimaginable thought. I'm far from the same person I was 4 years ago, and I'm sure many of you among us can relate. If you were to look back at that person you were 4 years ago, you might find them revolting and would wonder how that ever was you. But that shows how much we've grown since then. One of the most significant ways in which I've grown as a person is by becoming more sociable. Being an antisocial goblin wasn't far from the truth. However, I realized that if I never stepped out of my comfort zone and tried to make friends, I would have never met some of the most amazing and important people in my life. For example, one of my closest friends, Medgar, approached me on one of the first days of school and asked to hang out. Even though I felt uncomfortable, I chose to accept his invitation instead of declining and keeping to myself. I believe this decision has had a positive impact on many other aspects of my life, such as my academic performance and self-confidence. Another way I've grown personally is by becoming more open-minded, especially in relation to robotics. In the beginning, I would stubbornly cling to my ideas and get frustrated with any disagreement. However, I learned to take a step back and consider others' ideas objectively. I realized that I wasn't necessarily disagreeing because their ideas were flawed, but because their ideas were not mine. In the end, when we competed in the world's competition, the robot design we used wasn't solely my idea, and it was much better than it ever would have been if it were just up to me. I realized that I was able to take a step back and reflect on myself. I was able to find areas of improvement and learn and grow. To wrap up, I can confidently say that looking back on our personal growth and progress is crucial to our development. It's crazy to see how much we can evolve in a short amount of time. I learned that pushing myself out of my comfort zone and reflecting on myself can lead to amazing results, including forming lifelong friendships and participating in robotics competitions. Let's all aim for personal growth, acknowledge our accomplishments, and remember that we can always improve. And that's about it. See ya. And please welcome the next student speaker, Sarah Ho.
Thank you everyone for coming to the graduation of the 2023 seniors from Purdue Polytechnic. My name is Sarah Howe, and I am honored to be a speaker here today. I have attended PPHS for 3 consecutive years. I was a part of the volleyball team and was captain my junior and senior year. I am so glad to be in those girls' lives and be a role model for them. I also was a part of our school's yearbook team. I was co-chair of the book, as Coach Homan would call me. These past 3 years that I've attended PPHS have been crazy fast, but to say the least, I have enjoyed them. There is no way that any of us could be here today if it wasn't for 3 groups of very important people: our families, our teachers, and our friends. These are the people we need to show our love and appreciation to. Our families supported us by taking us to practices and games, helping us with homework or filling out college applications, or maybe helping us to write an important speech. Thanks, Mom. Our teachers not only taught us the curriculum, but also coached our sports teams, passion projects and clubs, kept us moving in the right direction, and put up with us on a daily basis. Our friends have helped us with projects, played together on sports teams, and helped us not make dumb decisions. They taught us lesson after lesson to get us where we are today. There's a famous quote that says, "Life is a journey. Day by day we learn more, and this is just the beginning of our journey." The road ahead of each of us is not going to be easy. There will be times where you think all hope is lost, and there's no way of getting out. But in those moments, you need to look back at those people who helped you get through high school and taught you those life lessons. Remember that you made it through the past 4 years of high school to get to this moment. So don't stop here. Push yourself to reach your goals and don't give up. Finally, many of you have created lifelong friends to help you along in this journey. So I wish all of you nothing but the best and happiness in your journeys. I know so many of you will be a light in this world and do amazing things. I cannot wait for the next chapter in our lives. And as Taylor Swift once said, what feels like the end is often the beginning. So friends, family members, and guests, please help me welcome class of 2023.
Good evening, everyone. I don't think you know how tough it is to be a 17-year-old, 18-year-old kid to speak in front of you all. Let's give them another round of applause, please. Great job, seriously. Wow, that is great. Without further ado, I'd like to bring up our keynote speaker. This gentleman was the founder of PPHS All Schools, so I'd like to bring up Mr. Scott Bess.
Thank you, everybody. I cannot think of a better way to spend an evening than to be here. There's lots of things to do in the city, beautiful outside, but to be here and celebrate their success and their journey is the ultimate. And so to you guys, thank you for making this possible. Now, I am honored to be asked to deliver a few remarks. You can all be very relieved. This is not going to be a lengthy discussion of everything that the graduates should do or not do as you leave here, nor am I going to read Dr. Seuss's "Oh, the Places You'll Go." As a longtime veteran of running schools here in Indianapolis and being a longtime school board member where I live, I've been to way too many graduations where the speaker thought the evening was about them, or worse, copied a speech they found on the internet, complete with insert your local joke here, and ran on and on and on. So then, what to do with the few minutes I do want to share with you? For one, I'm going to express my admiration for all of you, and as Kiana said, especially for those of you that spent 3 years or 4 years with us, and the fact that you took a chance, a gamble, if you will, on a school that was opening a second location where its first campus just had 2 years of operations. It had no graduates, it had no track record, didn't even have any test scores, but the idea appealed to you. And the fact that you took that chance means a ton to us and to your parents and friends and family. The fact that you participated in that gamble also means a lot. Now, I got asked a lot, like, why did you do a second location? And my answer then, as it is now, is that there are certainly no guarantees, ever. But what we did know for certain is that the current system was absolutely not working for all students in all places. And frankly, we were not willing to sit and wait another 4 years, 5 years, 6 years until we knew for certain. Because then you wouldn't have had this opportunity, as our speakers so eloquently put it. It enabled them to take advantage of the opportunity that was here. Now, when you start something new, especially in education, one of the most important aspects, you have to get the culture set correctly. You all were extremely fortunate in that your school leader in those first 2 years was particularly gifted in that area. Dr. Kiana Warren left a wonderful organization with a high capacity career opportunity to join us and start PPHS North because she believed in what we were trying to achieve, and more importantly, because she believed in you. Her success in those first 2 years led to what is perhaps your class's most important sacrifice, other than hanging out at 1405 in the cramped hallways, other than walking to the theater with a wonderful view outside. Nothing. And that was allowing Dr. Warren to become the CEO of all PPHS campuses. So Dr. Warren, would you please stand so your graduates can give you their thanks? Now, it's also very true that, when you have a succession, that, there's things that people do way better. And I can say now for certain that one of the things she does way, way better than I is sing. So we would never have done that prior. Now, just for a point of personal privilege. So all across the state and country, graduation speeches are being given just like this one. And it was certainly tempting. Had a long holiday weekend, a lot of stuff going on, a jam-packed week this week. I thought about turning to ChatGPT to ask for the graduation speech in my voice. Now, it's certainly possible, and actually highly likely, that the speech generated for me would have been way better than this one. In fact, you all are the first high school graduates to really and easily be able to ask artificial intelligence to write college essays, to do research papers, to write emails, or even letters to your mom. And it will be heartfelt and wonderful. And your mom will be shocked. Now, the results of your inquiry to AI are really good now. And what's interesting is in the months to come, not years to come, but in the months to come, it's going to be exponentially better than it is now. The possibilities are endless. Advances in technology have always been advertised as being better, faster than what came before it. And if you guys look out in the audience, your parents and certainly your grandparents came of age when they actually had to leave the house without a supercomputer that could instantly connect them to every person on the planet and all accumulated human knowledge in their pocket. But you can now leap past that, the boring task of asking your cell phone to bring all that knowledge to you. You can ask it to generate a new narrative that doesn't exist and personalize it with your personality. And in fact, you can actually start a conversation with a fictional character or even somebody real that's been dead for a long time and carry on a real conversation with that person as it responds to your words and does the whole discussion tailored specifically to that. Just last week, Coach Puffer, out in the audience, and we had the opportunity to be in a small group discussion with Sal Khan of Khan Academy fame. If you're not familiar with that, it's a guy who started doing YouTube videos for his nieces and nephews on how to learn algebra, and it grew into a multi-million-dollar operation that's now one of the largest in the country in terms of a tech education platform. He talked about how AI will transform that set of YouTube videos into a personalized tutor that can help you navigate almost any subject. For those of you that are going on to college, for those of you that are going into a workforce, it's highly likely you're going to learn on the job, learn in your classes with the assist of a personalized tutor literally sitting next to you in the form of your computer or your phone, who's going to help you navigate that. Now, I used to be, back in my sordid past, I used to be a technology person. I lived and breathed it. I love all of these advances and what it can do for us. And in fact, if you all come back to us in the next couple of years, you're going to be amazed at how we use online instruction. It makes Edmentum look like caveman drawings, which actually it's relatively close to, I think. But as I wrap up, here is my request of you. I mean, it's possible to capture your words, your image, and even parts of your personality, and you can make that part of your persona that other people can access and you can look at. You can use AI to automate many tasks that people my age or even younger can only wish that we had available to us. But what I'm asking you, though, is to remember and embrace your humanity. Because that's something AI can't duplicate yet. It's who you are. And again, you can duplicate words, you can duplicate images, you could even fake words and images. Check out the next coming election cycle. But I'd ask you to write a personalized note, or maybe more importantly to you all, a text, to someone that you love. leverage your unique skills and abilities to make your way in the world and create a path that AI cannot simulate, to do things that you cannot be replaced. Make yourself valuable, but most of all, make it you, the heart of you. I look at this group and I see unlimited potential. I cannot wait to see what you make of that and how you take advantage of opportunities that are presented to you. I'd ask you to look inward to yourselves, figure out what makes you happy. Not success is measured by money, jobs, all the things, but what makes you happy. And then look at those you love, whoever that might be, to see how you can help them be happy. When all is said and done, that really is the greatest measure of your success and, frankly, whether we have been successful as an organization. So thank you for everything you have done. Family members, friends, thank you for what you have done to support these graduates. And to all of our staff members, both on the stage and in the audience, thank you for what you have done to make this possible. Enjoy this moment. Treat this as the start of the future that you want to create. Thank you. And now it is my pleasure to bring up to the podium another amazing person who's now responsible for all of our schools and principals, and then was the founding principal at our Englewood campus, Mrs. Toya Ward.
All right. While every PPHS graduate has accomplished incredible things, during their time with us, we would like to take a moment and recognize those who excelled academically. I know you guys can't hear me, so I'm gonna turn around. We are recognizing the following academic honors designated in your program. Graduates, please stand when your award is announced. Cum laude is awarded to all students who earned a grade point average of 3.5 to 3.7. Please stand. Magna cum laude is awarded to students who earn a GPA of 3.8 to 3.9. Please stand. And summa cum laude is the highest academic honor a PPHS graduate can achieve. This honor is reserved for students who earn a 4.0 GPA or above. Please stand. And now, I would like to introduce Principal Benberry for the presentation of diplomas.
All right, let's get to the fun stuff. Here we go. I'm so excited to be standing here watching as our links cross the stage from students to graduates. And I'm even more excited to be able to share this honor with our PPHS coaches. At PPHS, we believe that building positive, supportive relationships with our students is one of the most important parts as our role as educators. Throughout their time here, many of our students have found mentors, cheerleaders, and advocates and members of the PPHS team. As a way to recognize the coaches that have made a positive impact on their journey, each graduate chose a coach that has made this impact and will present their diplomas to them at this time. So with that, the presentation of diplomas will be assisted by our coaches and staff members whom the students have chosen. Please ensure that the celebration is short and allow enough time for the next name to be called. I will most definitely give you enough time. Here we go. So first up, we have Coach Corey Betts. Please come on out. Colin Ayers. Hold on, folks, I'm sorry. Get physical up here. Big guy. Maurice Koulibaly. Sarah Hout. Jaden Jackson. Kira Larkham. Webster McIntosh. And Liliana Smith. Thank you, Coach Bess. Up next is Coach Connor Crittenden. Alessandro Mota. Thank you, Coach Connor. Up next, Nurse Casey Duffy. Deja Johnson. Thank you, Nurse Casey. Up next, Coach Nolan Duffy. Medgar Hansborough. Kai Schooler. John Sutton. Zane Wheatley. Thank you, Coach Nolan. Coach Vanna Fox is up next. Angel Carrera. Taylor Waterman. Thank you, Coach Vanna. Coach Dustin Holman. Reese Geen. Amelia Giordano. Heaven Harris. Brock Jones. Jaden Jones. Ethan McKinnon. McKaylin Mims. Noah Murray. Deja Presswood. Ashanti Robinson. Jacob Smith. Vlada Stojanovic. James Strohmeyer. Thank you, Coach Holman. Next up, Coach Alberto Huerta. Duncan Brasher. Adalberto Camargo. Makai Cox. Kevin Westcott. Luke Nation. Cooper O'Neill. Thank you, Coach G. Appreciate you. Coach Leon Leard. Shane Hickman. Mari Watts. Thank you, Coach Lear. Coach Yule Lee. King Cobbs. Sophia Darty. Nicholas Fleming. I'm gonna let this group go. Hold on. Clyde Hargis. Jerry Johnson III. George Kirk. Aaliyah Robertson. Thank you, Coach Lee. Coach Ryan McDaniel. Asher Brown. Thank you, Coach. Coach LaShawn Reed. Michaela Franklin. Thank you, Coach. Coach Laura Smith. Cornelius Adiola. Cooper Pfeiffer. Alexander Rodriguez. Thanks, Coach Smith. Coach Will Walls. Samuel Gobel. I'd like to bring back up Chief Ward. Thank you.
They would have me say this. Just some housekeeping rules. Guests, please stay seated as our students are dismissed first. Students, you will go to the cafeteria, you will drop off your gowns and pick up your diplomas. And then meet your guests outside. Now, you did. Fantastic. Graduates, please stand. The tassel symbolizes your time as a student. When you move your tassel to the other side, you're also moving from students to graduates. I ask you now to move your tassel from right to left. And this concludes today's commencement. Thank you all for joining us and safe travels home.